This is me rupturing my bicep tendon. Over the 6 months recovery, I lost a lot of muscle, and it was mainly due to wearing this. Today on Grace Fitness, I'm going to be experiencing this injury again. So let's see how it impacts my life and potentially my size. So the first stage was the measure up the night before. My arms measured at 16 inches for the left and 16 inches for the right. I then put the brace on my dominant arm and went to sleep. I really don't know how people sleep in this. It's ridiculous, it's so uncomfortable. Here we go, 24 hours. The first part of the day was getting dressed. I remember this being one of the hardest parts of the injury. At uni they told me I had to learn to write left-handed rather than type. So today I'd need to adapt and use the injured arm just like I did back then. James would often help me get ready because it was difficult. But if you're alone it's just not possible, so I tried it myself and it took some time. It's easy to take these things for granted, especially simple tasks like putting your socks on. It was then time for breakfast and some eggs and beans on toast. But cooking it turned out to be a lot harder than it looked. I really was not expecting things to be this difficult. I need to be making sure I get enough protein in for my recovery so I can get this off as soon as possible. I'm hoping that eating lots of protein throughout the day will help minimise muscle loss from wearing the cast. Complete. All I wanted to do was brush my teeth after breakfast. This is ridiculous. Babe, can you do it, please? So, thanks. Oh. Life hack. It was then time to do some work, which for me involved editing video, which was not fun left-handed. Oh, do you know, I give up. Uh-oh. Should we swap? Yeah, probably a good idea. After establishing that I couldn't drive, it was then time for the gym. You'd think I'd be training legs today, but we've decided to go for an upper body session. Obviously I would train legs a lot, but I actually found that I would train the non-injured side and it helped a lot with my injured side. This is the only benefit. After the surgery, people always ask what I'd done to my arm, so I thought I'd take it to the gym to test it. Yesterday, too bad. Yeah. Again, I redid it. I've already done my arm. What did you do? Yesterday, picking up a bar, it was really heavy. Now when I had the injury, I had to work around it as much as possible. So I thought I'd repeat some of the exercises that I did back in 2016. And James, being his usual self, wasn't helping the situation. Sorry, Tom. And we also spoke to a member about when he had an injury on one side.
It does benefit the other side, so when you come out of recovery, you get back into normal much quicker.
So I remember when I had the injury, people would always make comments, sort of take the mick out of me for training one side. But I always knew that it would help with the recovery process. I remember one of the worst parts about this was watching James train normally and me have to work just one arm. But it was great having him there because he supported me through my journey. Well, kind of. So I'm hoping that training the non-injured side is going to help prevent muscle loss on the injured side, but I guess we'll find out at the end of the video. God, that wasn't fun. So for showering, you're obviously not meant to get the Ossa brace wet, and there are these things that you can buy on Amazon, but for the first few weeks when I had the injury, I just used a bin bag. Definitely one of the most unpleasant parts of having a bicep tendon rupture. It's weird. This is bringing back memories, and it actually feels really warm. Like it sweats underneath. It feels clinging. It's awful. Showering was the worst part about being injured. I hated that I could only clean 75% of my body. Anyway guys, that's enough of a preview for now. This is the thing, like when I had my bicep tendon rupture a few years ago, you actually learn to start to use the arm even when it's in the flexed position. Microwavable food is honestly the biggest life hack when you've got an injury like this. Even my sister was wondering what was going on with my arm.
What have you done to your arm?
I'm up for it.
Again?
Yeah, I really badly injured it.
Was that the same as last time?
Yeah, so I've got to wear it again for another half a year.
Did you go to hospital?
No, I just thought I'd put this back on again. Honestly.
I thought you did it for the video.
I am. Can't do that. Injure myself. Right, it's in there. It's then time to finish the day off with the only bit of exercise I could do, a walk and a Pepsi Max cherry. Moving is the best thing you can do with an injury because moving increases blood flow and blood flow promotes healing. It was also good for my mind because I couldn't do as much activity as I usually do. The sun was beginning to set, so we were going to go back home ready for the measurement. Okay guys, so it's 10 PM, let's have a little measure up to see the change in size. Well, that feels really tight, that feels really... Oh, look at that, that's what they said when I had the surgery, they mentioned that happening.
See the scar.
That's weird, that feels so tight. Right. So Has it shrunk? Let's grow. It's exactly the same. So, if you've got an injury, never give up on your recovery and you'll see great results.